All right. Caitlin Clark, a.k.a. White Sheezus, a.k.a. Sheezus Clark, has a career-high 30 points tonight against the LA Sparks. But they were unable to pull off the win in another frustrating loss. What does Indiana have to do to start winning some ball games? LA Sparks look good tonight. What is it time for Indiana to do to start pulling off some wins, especially some easy wins? Let's look at some highlights and talk about it right after the intro. All right. What's up, boys, girls, he's, she's, they, them, we's, or whatever the hell you identify as? Welcome to the W360, your new home for all things women's basketball. I'm your host, CJ So Foolish, and welcome to the show. Listen, if you are a new subscriber or a recent subscriber, thank you so much. I see you guys in the comments. I see you. I'm getting your emails. I thank you so much for the love. And if you have not subscribed yet, subscribe. Subscribe to the W360. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend about the W360. Okay, it's your new home for all things women's basketball. All right. Let's jump right into it. If you guys were tuned in tonight, you saw that the Indiana Fever, they suffered another frustrating loss tonight. It was another loss. Another one. One that they didn't have to lose. I'm calling the police. I am calling the police on Christy's sides. It has to be illegal to be this bad. It has to be illegal. She has to be breaking some type of law right now. There's no way that she's doing this by mistake. She's breaking some type of law. Somebody has to hack into her phone and see who she's betting on in these games, because there's no way she's entering these games with the intent to win. No, she's not. She is the worst that I have ever in my life. I've never witnessed anything worse. We keep begging you to quit, Christy. Why won't she quit? You have the best shooter in the league on your team, and you continuously refuse to run her off stagger screens and screens. Christy, what are you doing? What on God's earth are you doing? There is no way the league can allow this to keep going on. They can't. They cannot allow Christy Sides to keep being a head coach of any team at all. I don't understand how there's not a system in place for this team to run White Sheezus off of them. We want to see white Jesus shoot threes. That's what we want, Christy. I don't know how many times people have to keep screaming this to you. Somebody was at the game tonight and texted me and told me the entire audience is screaming to Christy Sides to run white Jesus off screens. Run her off screens. We're begging you at this point. You are giving away game after game, and these subs. The subs aren't any better. They suck. She stinks. Christy Sides is a dirty diaper. She stinks. You smell like a dirty diaper, Christy, because you are stinking up the place game after game. And I promise you guys, I am not trying to ride Christy Sides and get this whole thing going. But what are you doing in these games? Fever is up by 2 points. 2 points. Caitlin Clark and Timmy Fagbenley have a beautiful pick and roll. And I think Timmy hits another shot or Caitlin scores again. And she pulls them out. She pulls Caitlin Clark out the game. And Timmy, once they get going, and then she puts in Erica Wheeler. I understand Erica Wheeler is getting paid all this money, so I guess you have to get your bang for your buck. But I promise you, nobody wants Erica Wheeler on the floor. Nobody is asking for Erica Wheeler. Nobody is asking for you to. I promise you. I did a survey online. I promise you. I asked 1,000 people, do you want to see these two on the floor? Only one person said, I don't know. That was it. Not one person said yes. Erica Wheeler is a momentum killer. I mean, even when she was on the floor, Lexi Hall gets a putback. They were on the fast break. Somebody missed a layup. Lexi Hall gets a putback in the air, and Erica, and then the momentum is going. The momentum is going the Indiana Fever's way. And then Erica Wheeler says, not tonight. There won't be any Indiana Fever momentum. I'm going to foul. Erica Wheeler had 2 points tonight. 2 points. Lexi Hall had 2 points. I don't understand. I keep, and it's game after game, guys, and it's not something that I'm trying to keep riding, but game after game, she makes bad decision after bad decision, and it's hard to understand because she's a vet. She's a vet. Nothing Erica Wheeler does makes sense. It's almost as if Christy Sides is that, you know, when you're trying to go buy a car and the car salesman keeps coming back to you saying, why don't you get this car? And you say, I don't want the car. That's not the one I came here for. That is not the car I want. And he goes back and he comes back to the desk with this same car. And you say, I have an 800 credit score. Why are you giving me a car with 300,000 miles on it? And it's been in 2 accidents. This isn't the car I want. I don't want the car. She keeps trying to give us this car. We don't want it, Christy. We don't want this car. Stop trying to sell it to us. We're not buying it, Christy. We're not buying it. Why won't you play Grace Berger? We want to see Grace Berger. Okay? We want to see Grace Berger, and you have Celeste Taylor on the bench, but you keep trying to force Erica Wheeler to play. This whole thing here is a mess. The whole thing is a mess. The whole thing is a mess. Nothing about it. We don't want neither one of you. We're stuck with Christy. We don't want either of you. So it's frustrating. This team is doing its best. Okay? The team is doing its best. The team, honestly, guys, the team looks defeated. The team looks defeated. This team looks like they're just trying to get the game over with. You know how you're like on those, or you're finishing those last 2 hours of work at the job that you hate, but you got to keep working it because you got bills to pay. So you're just there and you're looking at the clock like, why is the time going by so slow? That's how this entire team looks. Every time there's a timeout, they look like, why? You're slowing up the game. They all look like they're ready to go. They look defeated. And I say that because you watch a team like Chicago play, right? A team that has lost, a team that has a new coach, has new players. This falls on the coaching. She's sucking out all the momentum from this team, and she's also sucking out all the talent. Caitlin looks frustrated. White Jesus is frustrated, Christy. Why don't you run some plays to help her score? You're not doing anything to help your number one draft pick or the one from last year. Aaliyah Boston is finally playing like she actually wants to be there just a little bit. She had a solid game tonight. But Aaliyah Boston, now that she's playing with a little more energy, a little more confident, Aaliyah Boston is in her head right now. She's in her head. This team is in its head. There's no leadership. There's no leadership. And it's not coming from Erica Wheeler. And it's not coming from this coach. Aaliyah Boston looks broken. You think after she had a good game that something is going on behind the scenes, and I blame this coach. Teresa Weatherspoon team doesn't look this bad. This coach is awful. She's terrible. There's no leadership coming from the vet, and there's no leadership coming from this coaching staff. Throw her away. Throw her away. Someone asked, why does Caitlin Clark have to run off screens? Because she's a shooter. She's a shooter. Run her off 5 to 6 to 7 screens. As I've said in one of my episodes before, when you watch Steph Curry play, you see him running off screen after screen after screen. Set up an offense to put your players in a position to score. She has no idea what she's doing. None. I've tried to understand. I don't get it. I'm not buying it either. I am not buying her either. Christy Wallace is killing this team. She's killing this team. Why is she starting? Why is she starting? You pulled Alyssa Smith, put her on the bench. She hasn't done anything all season. Nothing. She gives nothing to this team. For everything that Christy Wallace gives this team, you're telling me Grace Berger can't get a minute? 1 minute? Grace Berger can't get 1 minute on the floor, but she's getting 20 plus? This is terrible. This combination as well. I'm going to tell you now. We don't want it. This is another combination. What are you doing, Christy? We don't want this. Why is she starting? You putting Alyssa Smith on the bench and you have Christy Wallace starting? This woman is so backwards. I can't. This woman is so backwards. We want the starting lineup to be White Jesus, okay? White Jesus. If you're going to switch up a starting lineup, I think you should start White Jesus, a.k.a. Jesus Clark, a.k.a. Caitlin Clark. Aaliyah Boston, because we don't have another choice. Timmy Fakbenley, Nalissa Smith, and Kelsey Mitchell. Why are you so against this, Christy? She has to go to the bench. Katie Lou as well, if you ask me. Katie Lou as well. Katie Lou as well. I think you just go to your younger players. Listen, you don't have nothing else to lose, Christy. You can literally go with Celeste Taylor and Grace Berger and keep rotating Lexi Hall in. You have nothing else to lose but another game. And it's no point in you tanking the season. What are you going to do with Paige, huh? What are you going to do with Paige? No point in you taking the season. I want to look at some I want to look at some highlights from the game, guys. Let's look at some key plays from the games, and let's come back and talk about LA. White Jesus is getting blocks. White Jesus! Killer Cam, number 2 pick, hits the 3. Nalissa Smith, who she sat on the bench. Like, what? She sits Nalissa Smith on the bench for no reason. De'Erica Hamby for the 3, who's on. She's killing this season. White Jesus! Yes! All right. I think this is Rakia. Yep. Rakia finally started this game, which was a great call. It was a great call with Rakia Jackson starting this game. We've been waiting. Rakia Jackson should have been starting, but I'm going to get to LA next. I want to talk about the tech that Caitlin Clark got. And also, I want to point out that Caitlin Clark had 7 turnovers tonight. I think a main reason for Caitlin Clark's turnover, Caitlin has to get more selfish. She's driving in the lane and she's looking to pass to her teammates as if they're looking to score. Caitlin has to realize you're not with your team in Iowa anymore. Your teammates in Iowa, they were expecting and they wanted to score. They actually wanted to win the game. Caitlin is driving and she's looking for people as if they actually showed up to play. She's looking for people as if they're expecting the ball. These people are setting picks, or these women are setting picks, and they're just looking all like, look for the ball. This is so frustrating to watch. It's so frustrating to watch. Caitlin Clark has to get in her head, look, I'm shooting. If Caitlin Clark could take on the attitude that Kelsey Mitchell has, she'd be all right. Kelsey Mitchell don't give a damn. Kelsey Mitchell is going to go for it. I don't know whether to be mad or not at her. Sometimes I look at Kelsey Mitchell and I'm thinking, what are you doing? But you know what? She's the only other person on the team that's looking like I'm going to score. Caitlin Clark has to start thinking more like Kelsey Mitchell. She's way too unselfish, and that's what's leading to her turnovers. You don't have the team that you had before. You're not surrounded by teammates that's coming to the game with the intent to play. Your teammates are coming to the game because they just have to be there. I say that in a joking way, but I think a lot of why Caitlin Clark is getting these turnovers is because she's not playing selfish enough. She has to get more selfish. Take your shots, White Jesus. White Jesus has to take her shot more. She has to look for her shot more. When she's driving to the basket, White Jesus just score. I promise you, you going up against 3 different defenders. You have more of a chance to score than kicking it out to Christy Wallace. You might as well just go on and go the other way. So I think that's what White Jesus' issue is. She's not selfish enough, which is frustrating to watch. Don't be friendly. Who cares if they hate you, Caitlin? Yeah, Caitlin Clark has to get more selfish. I guarantee you, if she gets more selfish, her turnover margin will go down. It'll go down. But just to go over some stats from tonight, Caitlin Clark, a.k.a. White Jesus, a.k.a. Jesus Clark, had 30 points. Caitlin Clark had 3 blocks tonight. 3. Now, if you guys have been watching my previous episodes, I said earlier in the season, I said, Caitlin don't play no defense. We know she's not going to play any defense. So far, it looks like White Jesus is proving me wrong. Caitlin had 3 blocks tonight, and she had 3 steals. Every time Caitlin McCart gets a block, I promise you I start laughing. I don't know why it's so funny to me. This team is so bad that they're making Caitlin Clark play defense. making white Jesus play defense. She had 30 points, 3 blocks, 3 steals, 6 assists, 5 rebounds tonight. Okay. Aaliyah Boston had 17 points, 6 rebounds. Timmy Fagbinley, she had 6.7 rebounds. The stats may not show, but Timmy had a good game tonight. She was solid. Her impact on the floor was felt. I have no idea what what Christy Sides was thinking pulling her from the game. But Timmy had a solid game tonight. Kelsey Mitchell had 15 points to assist. Nalissa Smith had 3 points, 4 rebounds. With Nalissa Smith, I have no idea what Christy Sides is doing with Nalissa Smith. I have no idea, but I really think that her frustration was showing on the floor tonight. You could just see it in all of them, all of their body language. All of their body language. You could tell that they probably all together were thinking, what are we out here doing? But I have no idea what Christy Sides is doing with Nalissa Smith. But she had 3 points, 4 rebounds. Erica Wheeler had 2 points. 2 points. Lexi Hall had 2 points. So yeah, when it comes to this team, I think this is falling on the coach. This is all falling back on Christy Sides. I think Christy Sides has to give this up. I think she has to give this up. You know, we all try things in life. And sometimes you have to realize, you know, I might not be that good at this. I think she should take a long look in the mirror and ask herself, is this something that I'm meant to do? So that your intuition can tell you no. Christy, you may be good at cooking. Maybe you could coach another sport. You could be a personal trainer. There are so many things you could do, Christy, but being a head coach of this team is just not it. Okay? You have to stop subjecting to America to this. This is not what all the new fans signed up for. New fans didn't sign up to see you do this, Christy. If you want to coach basketball, why don't you coach like a startup league or something? Try that. No one's telling you to give it up altogether. You don't have to give up on your dreams, but why don't you do us all a favor and find something else? You're killing the momentum on this team. You are. You are. You and Erica. Next game, everybody that's watching this, next game that you guys watch Indiana Fever play, I'm telling you, I cannot be the only one. I want you to think about this. When they say, Erica Wheeler checks into the ball game, I want you to think of me saying, oh, and ask yourself, am I the only one? I promise you, do this next game. When they say Erica Wheeler checks in, just, damn, no. She's awful. She stinks. This whole organization stinks. They stink. We have to get Caitlin Clark White. She's us away from here. We got to get her away. LA. I thought I had Rakia Jackson. I'm so mad. I thought I had Rakia Jackson up here. I hate that. I could have sworn Rakia Jackson was in the graphics. Nonetheless, these two and Rakia Jackson, listen, they are off to a good start. Finally, Rakia Jackson is starting for LA. You know, I don't understand why it took him so long to start her, but De'Erica Hamby had a double-double tonight. She had 17 points, 10 rebounds. Cameron Brink, who I think is in the running for Defensive Player of the Year, had 2 blocks, 1 steal, and 3 points. Kia Nurse was absolutely lethal tonight. Lethal tonight. Kia Nurse had 22 points, 2 rebounds, which, again, nobody was getting out on her. She's killing this team. You have your 2-time Defensive Player of the Year on the bench, Christy Sides. And Kia Nurse is just doing what she wants. Rakia Jackson had 12 points, 2 steals, 1 rebound. And Lexi Brown, she had 3 points, 4 rebounds. Lexi Brown was hurt this game, and she didn't return. Lexi Brown has to get back going as well. Last game I watched her play, she was a little bit shaky, so Lexi Brown has to get back going as well. The main question I have for this LA Sparks team is, why is Zaya Cook not playing more? That's my entire. Why is Zaya Cook not playing more? This WNBA league has to get rid of these coaches that stuck on playing their vets. Nobody wants to see them. Nobody. Zaya Cook should be getting way more minutes than she's getting. Nonetheless, Cameron Brink is having an amazing season so far. Yeah, she's hooping. De'Erica Hamby is after it. She's after it. So this is a team that's exciting to watch. They'll finish in the middle of the pack. I think at the end of the year, they'll finish like with your Atlantas, that just middle of the pack team. But this is another team where I question, what the coach is doing, because I think they could be a lot more successful if he continued to start Rakia Jackson and pay Zaya Cook more. Nonetheless, guys, another night, another loss for White Sheezers and the Indiana Fever. And Chrissy Sides, she's consistently being horrible, so it's just another night in the WNBA. There's over 200 people here, guys. If you can, it takes 0.5 seconds. Hit the like button, please. Hit the like button. And if you don't hit the unlike button. Hit the like button so the algorithm is nice to this channel. This channel is 3 weeks old. It's 3 weeks old, I think today or tomorrow, and it's growing. But if you guys could be active, and please hit this like button. If you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel. We're growing this channel. This channel is becoming a bigger and bigger voice for women's basketball. So I definitely would appreciate it if you could subscribe to this channel and hit the like button, okay? I'm going to get out of here. Let's jump into some comments. I want to see what we're saying. Futuristic, I'll wait. Thank you. I'll like and subscribe too. Thank you. Big Folks 7414. Y'all do know it's a Asia Wilson in the league, but y'all talking Clark, Vegas. Yeah. Yeah, Asia Wilson didn't play in this game. She didn't play in this game that we're talking about. We're talking about the LA Sparks and the Indiana Fever game. But yes, Asia Wilson, yes, she is the best player in this league. Absolutely, there's no doubt about it. The Vegas was the last team. Actually, the Fever played Las Vegas last game. Asia Wilson had a monster game. Yes, I've actually talked about Asia Wilson and the Aces on this channel. The main takeaway, everybody knows the Las Vegas Aces are the monsters of the WNBA. I think they're actually going to repeat if they invest in their depth. I see that they just cut Diasia Fair, which is good. Hopefully they can bring in another point guard to their organization since Chelsea Gray is out. I think Sydney Colson is still trash. I think she still stinks. I think they need to get rid of Sydney Colson and Kirsten Bell. That's my take with the Aces. Asia Wilson, yes. Kelsey Plum, yes. Jackie Young, yes. Chelsea Gray, yes. Those are the monsters of the league. I don't think anybody is going to beat them. Absolutely. They have 2 players on their squad that's dead weight, and that's Sydney Colson and Kirsten Bell. Cut them. My take. All right, people are saying fire Coach Sides. I think Hamby had a double-double, but I'm not sure. Yep, Hamby. De'Erica Hamby had a double-double tonight. She had 17 points, 10 rebounds. Mitchell is a complete ball hog. I love your honesty. This team is so away from playing together. It's very sad. Lynn Dunn must be about as dumb as Sides. Man, this Fever leadership is horrible. Yeah. Quentin Dayton said truth equals hating. Yeah, in 2024, it's hating when you're just giving, you're just giving a little bit of truth. Derby says Wheeler is having a struggle bus. Wheeler needs to get on a bus and leave. Erica Wheeler needs to get on a bus and leave and never come back. Do that. Derby said, who's White Jesus? It's not White Jesus. It's Caitlin Clark, a.k.a. White Jesus, a.k.a. Jesus Clark. Okay? White Jesus. Quentin Danton said Angel Reese is too. Yes, subscribe to this channel. I am talking about the Chi-Town Barbie tomorrow for tomorrow's episode, guys. The WNBA puts on 3 games at one time. It's only one of me. So I will be checking out Chi-Town Barbie tonight, and I will be back to talk about her tomorrow and the Chi-Town and what they're doing, Chicago Sky Team. And I definitely want to give my input on the choke slam that she suffered last game against the Connecticut Sun. So we're going to get into all of that tomorrow evening. Next episode, I'm definitely going to be talking about the Chi-Town Barbie. Absolutely. This is not a channel that does not talk about the Chi-Town Barbie, okay? Kyle, what's up, Kyle? Great lady, funny. All right, guys, that's my time. I'm going to go ahead and slide out of here tonight. Like I said, if you have not subscribed to this channel, subscribe to this channel, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, all right? Until next evening, until next episode, until next time, take care of yourselves. Be safe. Peace and soul grease. Oh.